Every year since 2006, 5 or 6 people are chosen to be sake samurais. 36-year-old Ayuchi Momose is one of those samurais. The fashion student began her hobby in sake appreciation a decade ago and is a certified sake sommelier. But only a select few that the Japan Sake Brewers Association pick can be called sake samurais. They are tasked with evangelizing the art of making and appreciating the Japanese alcohol. Currently based in Hong Kong, she is in Singapore this weekend for the second Oishii Japan Trade Convention, and she gives us some insight on the Japanese rice wine.
When someone gives you sake, how do you know that this is good sake that you've been given?
Well, first I take a look at the label and then see what kind of ingredients they use.
Okay.
And then after I taste it, I just try to check if it tastes like it's supposed to taste. Look, your sake can get spoiled or can get changed if you don't keep it properly. If you keep sake at high temperature, then they change the flavor. So even though when they make sake it tastes great, it might not taste as good after a year later.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you need to check the condition or how healthy the sake is as well.
Okay, so if we're looking at the label, what should I be looking for?
First of all, you need to know what you like to try. Well, depends on what you are eating, or you are drinking sake by itself, or you are drinking sake with sushi or maybe sukiyaki.
Okay.
Depends on what you are eating, you should choose different type of sake.
Okay.
And sake labels will give you either this is Junmai Daiginjo, Junmai Ginjo, Junmai, or maybe table sake, the grade of sake. And also normally they will tell you how dry or sweet the sake is on the label. So depends on what you are looking for, you can choose different type of sake. Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about food pairing then. What kind of sake would be good for say, sushi?
Sushi is very light. Flavor is very delicate, and they don't really use any spice or they don't really use any heat. It's purely all about ingredients. So you should go for something similar, something very smooth, very clean, very delicate. So for example, out of the three, I'll definitely go for this one for sushi. This is Junmai Daiginjo, very clean, it's very nice aroma.
How about meaty meals? What kind of sake would go for meat?
Fat always goes better with acidity.
Fat always goes better with acidity. Okay.
Yes, you need some level of acid in sake to balance out the fattiness of meat.
Okay.
So, what gives sake acidity is normally outside the rice. This iron and fibers that will give acidity to sake. So, if you are eating a little bit oilier food or fattier food, you should go for low-grade sake.
All right, because there's still more. It's less polished, so there's more acidity. Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Junmai or Honjozo, the entry-level sake tend to be drier. You may feel a little bit more alcohol and then also high acidity.
Right.
So you should choose those for a little bit heavier food.
How about if I just want to appreciate sake? I just want to have sake just for sake's sake.
By itself?
With a friend?
Yes. So if that's pre-dinner drinks, you can try sparkling sake.
Sparkling sake?
Yes.
Okay.
Sparkling sake is very similar to champagne. They do the second fermentation in the bottle. They keep the gas, just like beer or champagne. So gas is natural gas from the second fermentation. Those are very smooth, very clean, it's good by itself. Pre-dinner drink. And if you like to drink after dinner, you can try some milky sake called nigori. Nigori sake is a white milky sake. Have you ever tried those?
Never tried it.
Those are a little bit sweeter and creamy, so it's good after dinner as well.
All right. And when you're drinking sake, is it like wine where there's a certain way you have to drink it?
Well, first you check the color of sake. That will give you the good idea how healthy or maybe not healthy the sake is, and also the aroma. And then check the density, and then have a sip, and then try to bring in the air inside of your mouth at the same time as sake. Try to mix sake with air, and then try to enjoy the sake with entire mouth, because each part of your tongue react to different flavor.
That's right.
Tip of tongue is sweetness, edge of tongue is the bitterness.
Yeah.
So
for our Singaporean viewers out there, I know Singapore is a very humid place. What kind of sake would be good for our weather? Our weather is pretty constant, pretty hot, pretty thick. For Singaporeans out there, what kind of sake would you suggest?
Well, you can definitely do sparkling sake, and
Okay.
also because Singaporean people eat a lot of spicy food, you can do a little bit sweeter nigori sake,
Nigori
creamy sake.
Okay.
That will be very good.
Right.
Yes,
Excellent.
I like pairing spicy food with a little bit sweeter sake.
Because the spicy food is a little bit more acidic, right?
Yes.
So you need something sweeter to balance it
Yes.
out. Excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Very knowledgeable. I hope everyone out there has learned a little bit more about sake. Thank you.
Thank you.
So you now know how to drink your sake a bit better. Next up, learn how to eat your ramen the right way.